We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Danny Duffy is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
In there, 0-1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. Now, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone, whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set. You take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. At the plate, Tim Anderson. And there you see the numbers over his last 8 contests. He's really been leading the charge for this team.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And he will get there to make the running play. 2-3 go the White Sox. It's the White Sox nothing. Royals coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Dallas Keuchel, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. And that is off the wall. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall at left center. A little more hang time, and that one probably gets out of here.
Keuchel has racked up over 1,300 innings on the Major League mound and posts a respectable ERA in the high 3s. Pulled toward right center field. Mazara's on his horse, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between 2nd and 3rd now. And he is out, retreating to 2nd as they slap the tag on him. With Merrifield next to hit. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless, and then grab a huge home run in the first.
In is Jorge Soler. Now another one hit deep to left. Jimenez is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out.
Batting 5th.
And that brings in Hunter Dozier. Head-to-head pass with Dallas Keuchel. Not great. He's 1 for 8. Hit high and deep to left field. Here's Jimenez going back on it. And he makes a nice catch on the track. Is that 2nd inning coming up? And Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, the weather forecasts I'm hearing down here point to a fairly significant threat of rain later in the ballgame. Of course, the grounds crew and umpires will work to get this one in without delay, but they also told me that they won't hesitate to halt the game to let the weather pass through if it's impacting the play on the field or, of course, putting the safety of the players at risk. For now, we'll have to wait and see how things develop.
Yeah, Heidi, thanks. Safety of the players, of course, and players getting required rest at the end of the night becomes important. When you guys approached a game like this, did you know you were in for a long one?
You hope not, but you knew it potentially could happen. You kind of read the grounds crew. If they were running and scattering in the dugouts and running towards the tarp, you kind of prepared yourself that this one was going to get shut down at some point. But you got to stay focused. That pitcher doesn't care. He's trying to take food off your table.
Here's the first pitch to him. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Stepping in, Ryan O'Hearn. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Grounded softly to the right. And a good throw gets him one gone. Stepping in, Maikel Franco, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Hit high and deep to left field. Looking up is Jimenez, and that one is gone.
Oh, man, that swing right there, Dan, that had to feel good. You're facing an elite starter. You don't know if you're even going to get wood on the baseball today.
Yeah, that'll rattle you a little bit. This guy's been throwing the ball great, one of the top pitchers in the game. He's not used to guys barreling him up and hitting him in the seats.
And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double. Digging in now, Anderson Miller. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Garcia will range to his left and put it away. 2 down. So it's back to the top of the order now. And striding toward the plate next will be Adalberto Mondesi. First pitch of the at-bat. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Royals tack on 1. And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off to third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Grandal stands 6'1" and hits from both sides of the plate. He's a 9-year Major League vet. Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Yasmani Grandal goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. 4-1. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. At the plate, Danny Mendick. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Down 0-2. Maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get up.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring up the veteran left-handed hitting outfielder Alex Gordon. A bouncer up the middle. Anderson scoops it up, and quickly there's one down to lead off the frame. With Merrifield next to bat. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Oh, good contact there as this is sent in the air out to deep left center field. And this will wind up being the 3rd long ball he surrendered tonight. A home run. Santa Maria.
There are certain guys in every lineup that you do not want to beat you. And this guy right now is swinging the bat so well, I'm not giving him a chance to do anything. He's too hot right now.
0 for 1 here in the early going. Line to second where it's caught there for out number 2.
Now batting, number 66.
So striding in, Ryan O'Hearn. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Line to the right side. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
The batter, number 7. Designated hitter, Maikel.
Into the box, Maikel Franco. Now a drive by Franco. Deep left field. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
He's not going to complain, but he was thinking what the rest of us were thinking when that left his bat. Home run number 2. Didn't quite have enough, so he has to be content with the double.
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound, and he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Garcia will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. The Royals come up. Digging in, Leury Garcia back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Now batting, third base.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring up the former top prospect as a minor leaguer, Yoán Moncada. 1-0 count. Here it is. Line towards center field, and the White Sox have their first hit of the game.
Next is Chicago.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Curveball close, but it's 1-1.
Hey, that backdoor breaking ball just missed. He had a chance to run it to 0-2.
Gordon is there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Now in the box, Eloy Jimenez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1. And this is on the ground for Merrifield at second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. 8 of their hits have gone for extra bases. So they're not only putting the ball in play and getting on base, they are doing so with authority. And that has this dugout feeling awfully good about themselves, guys.
All right, Heidi, thank you. And he's able to get back in there at first safely.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher. When you can't go one way when you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning this season.
Not in time, and he's in there with a double. And they'll get the man at third here at least, but in the interim, a run has come in to score.
Up next to the Royals, the second baseman.
Standing in now, Whit Merrifield. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Garcia is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Digging in once again, Jorge Soler. He went deep for a 2-run homer in his previous at-bat.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball that...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone.
Well, as a team, they've gone yard 4 times, and this guy's accounted for half of them. Memo to all pitchers the rest of the game. If this guy comes to the plate, you might want to pitch around him.
Hunter Dozier digging in now. Right to him. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. But they strike for... Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Fouled away. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Strike one to start the at-bat. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons, right?
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will... Dane Dunning gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And the Royals are going to get a man into scoring position right away on the leadoff double.
The batter, number 7.
Digging in, Michael Franco. He doubled his last time through.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
As a look, now the pitch. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Hit hard back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down. Striding in, Anderson Miller. A fly out and a single for him so far. He's set. Here it comes. Hit in the air down the left field line. And he can't track it down as this ball falls.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is a reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation to the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI two-bagger.
Hit in the air to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. A run for the Royals. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Center fielder giving chase. But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double. So now to the plate, Leury Garcia, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. Soler will come in a bit and put it away for the 2nd out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires. And the third baseman makes the play. That ends the inning. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Alex Gordon. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home sixth. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And that's a base hit for Gordon. So with a man aboard now, the RBI men will have an opportunity with nobody out in the inning.
The second baseman.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Mazzara moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Jorge Soler will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. Looking up is Jimenez. Gone! Jimmy Cordero gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Stepping in now, Hunter Dozier. So go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Hunter Dozier.
The 0-1. Popped him up. Abreu in foul ground. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Into the box, Ryan O'Hearn. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Down the left field line and deep. And they can't run it down. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Racing back the right fielder, and get your groove on. It's into the party porch for a home run. Guys, you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs so far, this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages at the plate.
Yeah, Matty B, you don't see this very often, D-Row, when it's cold and chilly like this, wind blowing.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here. 7th inning ready to roll, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Tim Anderson. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting.
Ready for another shot now. Eloy Jimenez, 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. No balls and 1 strike. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy in inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
Grounded up the first baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. 0 for 2 for him so far. He's flied out and popped out. Swinging a looper to left. In there, a base hit. The rain coming down as it is, we are in for a long delay. The hope is now that they can get this one in at some point.
Now this is where it becomes tricky for the managers right now. You have your pitchers out there, and you have to be careful not to hurt anybody. So I think the guys that are sitting in the bullpen are on red alert as the delay has begun. And I'm sure both of the managers have a pretty good idea of who's going to be the pitcher to go in after this delay.
Fouled off. Another 0-2 coming. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side, and that's in there, base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0. This is on the ground over to first. Merrifield scoops it up. Throw on to first, and the White Sox come up with nothing as the Well, the rain is finally past us as we welcome you back. Jimmy Cordero will take the rubber once again after the long delay. It'll be interesting to see how that might affect him. But stepping in to get play started again, Cam Gallagher. Mazzara is there. One pitch, one out. Settling in now, Anderson Miller. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Brett Phillips will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. Skied down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for route number 2. In now, Adalberto Mondesi. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Nicky Lopez will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Nicky Lopez.
Line drive to center field. That gets down and he's got himself a base hit. Bottom of the 7th inning. He'll go at least 1 plate appearance deeper after the 2-out hit.
Number 4, Alex.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He swings and grounds it to short. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Nicky Lopez will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop. Striding in once again, Nomar Mazzara. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Kelvin Gutierrez will also enter as he takes over at third base.
Kelvin Gutierrez.
First offering on its way.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
And he fouls this one off. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Now at the plate, Danny Mendick. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you...
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Down in order go the White Sox. Just about given up for dead. It's 12-0. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
The second baseman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Garcia is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1. At the plate, Jorge Soler. And he's shooting for history here as he's homered 3 times in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped up. Mendick is there. And that's the second out of the inning. Digging in now for Kansas City, Kelvin Gutierrez. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Waiting on it is Jimenez. And that retires the side. So here's Yoan Moncada starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count. at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Ready now, Eloy Jimenez. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah,
and that is going to put an end to this one, and the Royals have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.